Hello everyone, the Klaus here, and today guys I'm going to review a set released in 2007 as part of the LEGO Racers theme and as part of the Power Racers sub-theme, and it's the off-road power set, so a pickup in fact if you want to know. So here's the instruction booklet, nothing really interesting to talk about. You build these things in like 43 steps as you can see. Right there. Then you got a little picture showing you the gimmicks of this set in the crash feature, but we're gonna see that later on. And of course it works with a pullback motor, but once again we're gonna see that with the review itself. Then here you got a picture showing you that with two smaller power racers power set, you can build these two combiners model. Then the parts list. And that's all. Well, that's all for this instruction booklet because you got two of them in fact. The second one is the instructions for the two combiners model I've just shown you, so you can see let's choose one which can be made with the two sets right there. So that said, well, yes, you got the so it's quite nice from LEGO to give you the instructions because most of the time you have to go on the internet, but here it's quite cool to have them on printed and on instruction booklet. Some ads for the LEGO Racers Ferrari sub-theme, as you can see right there, and then a nice double page right there with most of the set of the Racers set. So the two big ones, so the off-road power and the a tow truck, and the four smaller sets right there, which are really a nice picture, of course, explosion and stuff like that everywhere. And then some more ads for the even smaller sets, the teeny turbos, right there. So 5 of this. And that said, let's move on to the set. So first with the frame, so the color scheme, of course, it's going to be mostly lime green and the usual black, dark gray, and light gray, well, which are used for the frame and as secondary colors. So the frame is mostly made with this system bricks with Technic pinholes. For the rest, well, it's mostly Technic bricks. And then one thing important to notice is it's the little gimmicks. It's this part at the front. As you can see, we're gonna have two light gray axles. So one of them, as you can see, is going to touch this L-shaped part, as you can see. And then notice the second axle is a little longer and is linked to this black part. And when you push this thing back, as you can see, this black part is going to touch and push the two L-shaped parts, which are attached with an rubber band, as you can see. So when you notice these two gimmicks, this part right there and these ones on the sides, because they will be quite useful for the crash play feature stuff. That said, notice also this long axle, which will be useful, of course, to link the front wheels. Then I'm going to add the pullback motor, which is a big part, as you can see, with of course studs and pinholes. So for example, we're going to link the rear wheels right there, which of course will be linked to the pullback function. And well, you got some exhaust right there, some exhaust pipes, excuse me, on the back. So first, I'm going to link this part on the studs like that, and then I'm going to use this part right there. So this means the motor will be really linked to the frame, and it will be really solid and strong. It will not fall off. Right there. Then I'm going to add all the most system parts. So for example, this plate, which will be put at the back of the pickup, of course. Then I'm going to link the driver plates and stuff like that. So right there. So of course you can put any minifig in there. So it's of course the glasses are the windscreen is made with slopes, like as you can see. And well, apart from that, mostly bricks. Notice this ones on the side which will be quite useful, and also the bricks with pinholes here and there, which should be also quite useful. So I'm going to link that here, just in front of the L-shaped part, which is a part of the play feature. Then I'm going to link all the back of the pickup, as you can see, which is made mostly with Technic bricks or Technic panels, axles and stuff like that. Notice the lights, which are pretty well made, I guess. They were the parts that were the parts are made for the job, I think. And then notice also this Technic beam right here with the 3 Technic pins. But first, excuse me, I'm going to finish this part, so the driver cab, with this thing, which will make the roof. Then I'm going to link this part to the brick right there with pinholes. Going to be sure to put them right, and here we go. Now I just have to link the parts on the side, which are these ones, so made with some Technic panels. Of course, it's all stickers. There is no printed parts in this set, and the rest is bricks with, as you can see, some system brick, which will be useful because we're going to link that here. The same on the other side, like that. And then I'm going to link the front of the vehicle. So with this little panels part, we got like 3 different type of Technic panels, which is quite nice, plus in lime green, which I think it's maybe quite rare. So I'm going to, of course, to link this part on the brick with pinholes on the front. Then I'm going to link this part with an engine part on the front. As you can see, it will be linked just to these 2 studs, like that. And finally, I'm going to add this on the front. And then I just have to attach the wheels to the vehicle. Like that. And here we go. So I'm going to do a little turn around of this nice pickup. And as you can see, thanks to how the wheels are placed, the frame is not the shape of the frame is not a straight line like that, but as you can see, it's look to the it's pointing on the ground, which is quite nice, I think, because it's add to the speed feeling of the vehicle. And well, it is quite hard because a pickup is what you might know as a heavy vehicle, which is slow and stuff like that. And here, thanks to the overall shape, the color, and how the frame is made, you already have a sense of speed with this vehicle. You already have the feeling that it's going to be a fast pickup. And yes, if you want a little comparison size with a minifig, here you go, because it's still available. Excuse me, a little bug from my webcam, a little glitch. So as you can see, a nice size for the pickup. And then let's move on to the okay. Excuse me, it's a little problem with my diver, which just lost some parts. So yes, the gimmick, the play features of this set. So well, it's quite simple, but it might totally not work because of the length of my the size of my desk and stuff like that, and the sheet I use, it might not work. But I'm going to try that. So I'm going to move the webcam first. Yeah, like that. So I'm going to, so first of course you got a pullback motor, so this means you have to pull back this thing, and then when you when you let it go, it turns by itself. So that's what a pullback motor do. And well, I'm going to do that, and it fails. So yeah, it fails because it's lack of speeds, and I guess the wall is not really strong enough. So I'm going to explain how this works. Oh, excuse me. I'm going to explain how this thing is supposed to work, because it really fails. So what it's stop. What it's supposed to do, it's quite simple. First, you have to pull back the things, and the things speed up, and then you're supposed to crash it on a wall. And when when it's supposed to crash on a wall, then of course this part touches the wall. Then of course it goes back like that, and when it goes back, first it activates the gimmick and destroy all the three parts. Because of course, I've shown you this thing, the two axles are directly linked to some play features, so like this L shape right here, which will break this thing loose, and then it will touch also this L shape part right there, which will break this thing off. And so that's how it's supposed to work. You pull back your thing, you let it go, it touches a wall, and then the three parts explodes because this part goes back. Simple as that, but because of the condition and stuff like that, I can't show you that in the real condition. So I'm sorry for that, but that's how this thing works. But of course, it works better with with speed and something. And also, I really advise you to just attach really a little this part. For example, do not make them like that, but just attach them gently. And I'm sure it will, it might work better also. Well, I'm gonna try. Maybe it's going to work this time. Yeah, at least it works for the front part. So yeah, that said, I'm going to do the sum up because, well, as you can see, I'm not going to try to make this thing work for like 10 minutes. So, the complaints I have with this set, well, there is few of them, but well, you got this part right there, which is not covered. So of course, it's not covered because the plate would have touched this white part, and it wouldn't have worked. But still, I guess this part is quite empty. Maybe they should have put some crates or stuff like that. Add some parts. I don't really know, but I think this part could have been done better because, well, this part on the side, not with the fence, but this part are really well done. But the inside, well, could have done some more details. And then the other problem I have is this part on the front, which is maybe a little too bulky. As you can see, it's like the vehicle finish here, and then that's all. So there is no real continuity between these two parts, and you can see the frame there, which is quite blocky. But apart from that, I think that the frame is mostly well covered up because, as you can see, because of the big wheels and the technic panels parts, most of the frame is covered, and you can't really see that. So, well, apart from these two complaints, I think that the design of the vehicle is quite good. The colors is quite original and really adds to the speed, to the sense of feeling. Well, it's really kind of a tuning feeling, some weird colored car. But at least it works, and the overall shape of the vehicle is really good. Plus, it's quite big, so it's really fun when you're a kid because it really seems a big vehicle to just pull back this thing, let it go, and then it crash on a wall. So of course, yeah, it doesn't really work because of my desk and stuff like that, but in real life, well, on other conditions, it works just fine. But you may have to try sometimes before it really works perfectly. So that said, really a great vehicle, but I don't really own that much of new Lego Racers sets, so I can't really compare this one to other sets and stuff like that. But for me, this set works fine. Apart some little complaints which are really minor ones, it's really a great vehicle, nice design, and also I can advise you to buy this one if you find it at a low price because I found it pretty worth it. So of course, if you like vehicles, if you like pickup and stuff like that, if you do not like them, well, this set don't really have any meaning for you, I guess. So that said, that's all for this review of the Off-Road Power released in 2007. Hope you enjoy this review, guys. Hope you enjoy this set. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post them in the comments section of this video. I will happily answer them. And that said, well, hope you enjoy, and see you later for another video review. Bye bye.